Everyone keeps telling you that if you want a great motorcycle, you need a newer one and a bigger payment. That's simply not true. Hidden in the used market are 12 giant motorcycles with engines over 1200 cc that cost less than many beginner bikes and may outlast the machines sitting on dealership floors today. And by the time we reach number 1, you'll see a motorcycle so absurdly undervalued that you'll wonder why hardly anybody is buying it. Let's get into it. Number 12. Yamaha XJR1300. The Yamaha XJR1300 is proof that sometimes the smartest engineering is the engineering that never tries too hard. While the motorcycle industry raced toward liquid cooling, complicated electronics, and endless rider aids, Yamaha stayed faithful to a formula that had already proven itself for generations. Build a massive engine, keep it simple, and let reliability do the talking. That philosophy transformed the XJR into one of motorcycling's best-kept bargains. At its heart beats a 1,251 cubic centimeter air-cooled, dual overhead cam, inline 4, producing just under 100 horsepower and nearly 80 pound-feet of torque. But raw numbers only tell part of the story. This engine was never pushed to its limits, which means it delivers smooth, effortless power while placing very little stress on its internal components. Owners routinely report piling on well over 60,000 miles with nothing more than routine maintenance, proving that durability was built into its DNA from day one. The centerpiece of the motorcycle is impossible to ignore. Those massive cooling fins wrapped around the exposed inline 4 are more than timeless styling. They're a reminder of an era when motorcycles proudly displayed the engineering that made them dependable. Even more impressive is what the XJR costs today. Clean used examples typically sell between $4,000 and $7,000, while a comparable brand new retro muscle bike can easily demand $10,000 to $13,000 before dealer fees. If discovering motorcycles like these feels more exciting than walking into a dealership and signing another payment plan, hit that like button and subscribe. That's how we know we're not the only ones who believe the used market still hides some incredible secrets. The Yamaha XJR1300 offers exactly what value hunters should be chasing: a huge engine, honest engineering, and decades of proven dependability for a fraction of the price of something new. But while this Yamaha proves that simplicity can last a lifetime, the motorcycle waiting next takes a completely different path to longevity, pairing Honda's legendary engineering with a drivetrain designed to make long-distance ownership almost effortless. Number 11. Honda VTX 1300. Introduced during an ERA when manufacturers competed for bigger horsepower numbers, Honda took a different path, creating a heavyweight cruiser that prioritized durability, effortless torque, and years of worry-free ownership. The result was a motorcycle that quietly became one of the smartest used bike bargains in America. Power comes from a 1,312 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled V-twin, producing roughly 68 horsepower and 80 pound-feet of torque. Those figures may seem modest beside modern performance machines, but the VTX was never about racing. Its broad torque arrives early, giving the bike smooth, unhurried acceleration that feels perfectly suited to long highway miles and relaxed back road cruising. The real masterpiece, however, is its legendary shaft drive system. Unlike a chain, it asks for very little attention while delivering power with remarkable consistency year after year. Combined with Honda's famously conservative engineering, owners regularly see these motorcycles travel well beyond 100,000 miles with nothing more than routine oil changes, valve inspections, and basic maintenance. Fewer moving parts, fewer adjustments, and virtually no unnecessary electronics mean fewer opportunities for expensive surprises. And honestly, if a 1,300 cubic centimeters V-twin that can quietly pile on six-figure mileage already sounds impressive, just wait until we get into our top 5. There's a machine coming later that takes this whole idea of low-stress longevity to an entirely different level, with an engine so massively overbuilt that its reputation has become almost mythical among long-distance riders. But that's what makes the VTX 13 such a fascinating bargain right now. It delivers exactly the kind of simple, under-stressed engineering that modern motorcycles often complicate in the pursuit of more features and bigger spec sheets. The value is equally hard to ignore. Clean used examples typically sell for between $3,000 and $5,500, while a comparable brand new heavyweight cruiser often cost between $12,000 and $15,000 before dealer fees. The VTX13 proves that massive displacement and legendary reliability don't have to come with a massive price tag. But some riders want something capable of crossing entire states before lunch while treating six-figure mileage like a warm-up. In Iwata, engineers built exactly that machine. Number 10. Yamaha FJR1300. Some motorcycles were built to impress on a weekend ride. The Yamaha FJR1300 was built to make crossing an entire country feel routine. Introduced in the early 2000s, this sport touring icon quickly earned the respect of long-distance riders, police departments, and endurance competitors who demanded one thing above everything else: absolute dependability. When a motorcycle becomes the first choice for people who ride farther than almost anyone else, that's no accident. At the heart of the FJR is a 1,298 cubic centimeter liquid cooled inline-4, producing roughly 145 horsepower and 102 pound-feet of torque. It delivers effortless acceleration, but unlike many high-performance machines, it never feels overworked. Even cruising at highway speeds, the engine remains smooth, quiet, and remarkably relaxed, which is exactly why so many examples have accumulated well over 100,000 miles, with some doubling that figure while still running strong. Today's prices make it even more attractive. Clean used examples commonly sell between $5,000 and $8,000, while a comparable new sport touring motorcycle typically starts between $18,000 and $22,000 before destination charges. We've already seen that huge displacement doesn't have to mean huge money, so let us know in the comments. What's the best motorcycle bargain you've ever found? Or what's the one big bore bike you've always wanted to own? Your experiences help other riders discover machines they may never have considered. And across the Atlantic, one American V-twin has been quietly proving that fewer moving pieces can sometimes mean more years on the road. Number 9. Harley-Davidson Sportster 1200. Few motorcycles have stayed relevant as long as the Harley-Davidson Sportster 1200. Built for more than 3 decades, it never relied on cutting-edge technology or eye-popping performance figures. Instead, it earned its reputation the only way that truly matters, by proving, year after year, that simple machines often last the longest. Its heart is the legendary 1,202 cubic centimeter Evolution air-cooled V-twin, producing around 67 horsepower and nearly 75 pound-feet of torque. The power delivery is relaxed, predictable, and full of low-end pull, making every ride feel effortless rather than demanding. What made the Sportster special was not speed, it was durability. The Evolution engine became famous for its rugged construction, hydraulic lifters, and dependable belt drive, allowing many owners to surpass 100,000 miles with routine servicing. Add unmatched parts, availability, and one of the largest aftermarket communities in motorcycling, and keeping one on the road for decades becomes surprisingly affordable. The unmistakable finned V-twin proudly sits at the center of the motorcycle, giving the Sportster a timeless American character that never goes out of style. Today, clean used examples typically sell for between $3,500 and $6,000, while a comparable brand new cruiser usually costs between $11,000 and $14,000. The Sportster proves that real value is not measured by technology, it is measured by how long a motorcycle keeps rolling. But simplicity comes with compromises. Some riders want serious horsepower, high-speed comfort, and engineering that once belonged in the premium class without paying premium prices today. In Germany, one overlooked machine lost most of its sticker price, but kept every bit of its mile-devouring capability. Number 8. BMW K1200 RS. Not every bargain wears its value on its sleeve. The BMW K1200 RS is one of those motorcycles that quietly slipped beneath the radar, even though it was engineered to outlast many of the machines that replaced it. Introduced in the late 1990s, this was BMW's answer to riders who wanted effortless speed, supreme comfort, and the confidence to cross entire states without worrying about what might break next. Today, many examples have traveled well beyond 150,000 miles, proving that good engineering never goes out of style. Beneath its sleek bodywork sits a 1,171 cubic centimeter liquid cooled inline-4, delivering about 130 horsepower and 86 pound-feet of torque. Although it is just shy of a true 1200, BMW built it to cruise for hours at high speeds rather than chase peak performance. That conservative approach dramatically reduced engine stress, helping these power plants earn an almost legendary reputation for durability. Its dependable shaft drive eliminates messy chain maintenance, while BMW's signature telelever front suspension and single-sided paralever swing arm provide outstanding stability and confidence on long highway journeys. Everything about this motorcycle was designed with longevity in mind. Even better, clean used examples usually sell between $3,500 and $6,500. Compare that with well over $22,000 for a comparable new sport tourer, and the value becomes impossible to ignore. The K1200RS proves that depreciation can be your greatest ally. While everyone else is chasing the latest technology, savvy riders are buying timeless engineering for pennies on the dollar. But if you think German precision is difficult to top, wait until you meet the motorcycle at number 7. A Honda so dependable that law enforcement agencies trusted it for years, and many owners still swear it is practically impossible to wear out. Number 7. Honda ST1300. Some motorcycles earned loyal owners. The Honda ST1300 earned the trust of police departments, iron butt riders, and long-distance travelers who could not afford mechanical surprises. Introduced in the early 2000s, this sport touring machine was not built to impress with flashy styling or cutting-edge gadgets. It was built to disappear beneath you, quietly devouring mile after mile until the destination became almost irrelevant. That is exactly why countless examples have crossed 200,000 miles and are still rolling today. Hidden beneath its bodywork is a 1,261 cubic centimeter liquid cooled V4, producing roughly 125 horsepower and 92 pound-feet of torque. Rather than chasing breathtaking top-end power, Honda tuned this engine for effortless highway cruising and remarkable mechanical longevity. It feels smooth, relaxed, and unhurried, even after an entire day in the saddle. Equally important is the shaft drive system, which eliminates the endless cleaning, adjustment, and replacement that chains demand over the years. Pair that with Honda's famously dependable engineering, and you get a motorcycle that asks for little more than routine servicing before heading back out for another cross-country adventure. The biggest surprise, though, is the price. Cleansed 1,300 models regularly trade between $4,500 and $7,000, while a comparable new sport touring motorcycle can easily cost more than $20,000. That is premium engineering at a fraction of the original price. The ST1300 proves that true quality is not measured by massive touchscreens or endless riding modes. It is measured by a motorcycle that still feels eager after decades on the road, refusing to retire while newer machines come and go. But even this machine starts to look modest when you realize how cheaply some former flagship tourers can be purchased today. There is another big bore motorcycle waiting in the wings, one that was built when manufacturers engineered luxury tourers to survive decades of cross-country punishment and loaded them with far more machine than their current price tags would ever suggest. Number 6. Yamaha Venture Royale. By the early 1980s, Yamaha was already thinking bigger than most touring bike manufacturers. The Venture Royale was not designed to be a weekend cruiser. It was built to carry 2 people, a full load of luggage, and enough fuel to disappear across multiple states without complaint. More than 40 years later, that mission still shows in the number of Venture Royales quietly racking up huge mileage on American roads. Underneath the bodywork sits a 1,198 cubic centimeter liquid cooled V4, producing roughly 97 horsepower and 91 pound-feet of torque. Yamaha tuned it for smooth, effortless pulling power instead of headline-grabbing horsepower. That conservative setup keeps mechanical stress low, which is why many Venture Royales have comfortably exceeded 150,000 miles with routine maintenance. The bike's durability story continues with a shaft drive drivetrain, eliminating the constant adjustment and replacement that chains eventually require. The liquid-cooled V4 runs at stable temperatures during long highway days, while the sturdy gearbox and drivetrain were engineered for passengers, luggage, and years of cross-country travel. What makes the Venture Royale such a hidden gem today is the price. Well-kept examples often sell between $2,500 and $5,000. That is astonishing value when a modern luxury touring motorcycle can easily cost $25,000 or more. At this point, we have seen muscle bikes, long-distance mile eaters, and giant cruisers, proving that big engines do not have to mean big money. So tell us in the comments, would you spend $25,000 on a brand new touring bike? Or would you take a fully equipped Venture Royale for a fraction of the price and pocket the difference? And while you're down there, like the video and subscribe, because we're about to step into the top 5, where the bargains get even crazier and the motorcycles somehow become even bigger, tougher, and harder to ignore. Number 5. Harley-Davidson Electra Glide Twin Cam. Reaching the top 5 means every motorcycle from here has already stood the test that matters most: time. The Harley-Davidson Electra Glide Twin Cam is not famous because of advertisements or nostalgia. It is famous because riders have trusted it to cross America year after year, often piling on well over 150,000 miles before the engine ever asks for serious attention. Throughout its production, the Electra Glide offered several versions of Harley's legendary twin, Cam V Twin, ranging from 1,450 cubic centimeters to 1,801 cubic centimeters. The widely loved 1,690 cubic centimeter twin, Cam 103 delivers about 100 pound-feet of torque, providing effortless pull at low speeds instead of chasing high rev horsepower. That relaxed nature is exactly what helps these engines live such long lives. Harley also refined the platform with stronger engine cases, improved lubrication, hydraulic valve lifters, and a durable belt drive system that demands far less maintenance than a traditional chain. Add America's enormous aftermarket support, and keeping one on the road is surprisingly affordable. Today, clean twin cam Electra Glides often sell between $6,500 and $9,000. Compare that with well over $25,000 for a new heavyweight touring motorcycle, and the value becomes impossible to ignore. The Electra Glide shows just how much motorcycle depreciation can buy. You get massive displacement, endless highway comfort, and an engine built to rack up astonishing mileage. But even Harley's touring legend meets its match when the conversation turns purely to longevity. There is another heavyweight waiting ahead, one so famously durable that its owners often treat 100,000 miles as little more than a break in period. Number 4. Honda Goldwing GL1300. Some motorcycles earn respect. The Honda Goldwing GL1300 earns something even rarer: absolute trust. For millions of touring riders, this is not simply transportation. It is the motorcycle they choose when the destination is hundreds of miles away and reliability is not negotiable. Introduced in the early 2000s, the GL1800 quickly became the benchmark for luxury touring, and decades later, its reputation remains virtually unmatched. At the center of this heavyweight champion sits an extraordinary 1,832 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled flat six, producing around 118 horsepower and 123 pound-feet of torque. Unlike engines that demand high revs to feel alive, this massive six-cylinder delivers effortless power just above idle, allowing it to cruise all day with barely any mechanical strain. That relaxed character is a major reason countless Goldwings have surpassed 200,000 miles, while a remarkable number have traveled far beyond that. Honda reinforced its legendary engine with an equally dependable shaft drive system, creating a motorcycle that asks for remarkably little beyond routine maintenance. The silky smooth flat six, combined with Honda's meticulous engineering, transformed the Goldwing into one of the most durable touring motorcycles ever produced. Perhaps the biggest surprise is the price. Well-kept GL1300 models regularly sell between $6,500 and $15,000, while a comparable new luxury tourer can easily exceed $30,000. The Goldwing may be the king of long-distance comfort, a motorcycle engineered to make enormous mileage seem effortless, but its kingdom has boundaries. Once the pavement ends, its size and weight become part of the challenge. Some riders want a machine that can devour highways, climb mountain passes, and disappear down gravel roads without sacrificing the kind of durability that made this list possible. In Germany, one boxer-powered machine built its entire reputation on doing exactly that. Number 3. BMW R1200 GS. From the frozen highways of Alaska to the deserts of Africa, this adventure icon has earned its reputation the hard way, by proving year after year that there are very few places it cannot reach, and very few miles it cannot survive. That is why so many owners proudly pass the 200,000 mile mark with the original engine still pulling strong. Its legendary reputation begins with BMW's unmistakable 1,170 cubic centimeter boxer twin, producing between 100 and 125 horsepower and up to 92 pound-feet of torque, depending on the model year. The horizontally opposed cylinders help keep temperatures under control, while the low center of gravity gives the GS its famously balanced feel on everything from winding pavement to rough back roads. Equally important is BMW's durable paralever shaft drive system, eliminating the constant maintenance of a chain and making the motorcycle an ideal companion for riders who measure trips in weeks instead of weekends. Add easy valve access and a drivetrain engineered for serious mileage, and it is easy to understand why this BMW has become the benchmark for adventure reliability. Today, clean examples commonly sell between $6,500 and $8,000, while a comparable new adventure motorcycle can quickly climb beyond $20,000. Few machines deliver so much proven capability for so little money. The R1200 GS proves that the best adventure bike is not always the newest one. It is the one that keeps answering every call to explore. But for some value hunters, versatility is not enough. They want excess. They want an engine so enormous and so understressed that its very existence feels rebellious in today's market. Across the channel, British engineers answered that desire with a motorcycle carrying an engine bigger than many compact cars. Number 2, Triumph Rocket 3. Some motorcycles impress you the moment you twist the throttle. The Triumph Rocket 3 leaves that impression before the engine even starts. Introduced in the early 2000s, it stunned the motorcycle world with an engine so enormous that many believed it would be all about brute force. Instead, Triumph created one of the most relaxed, understressed, and surprisingly durable power plants ever fitted to a production motorcycle. That unexpected combination is exactly why the Rocket 3 has earned the runner-up spot on this list. At its heart is a colossal 2,294 cubic centimeter liquid cooled inline 3, producing roughly 140 horsepower and an astonishing 147 pound-feet of torque. Yet despite those incredible figures, the engine rarely has to work hard. At highway speeds, it barely breaks a sweat, reducing wear and allowing it to deliver effortless performance for years on end. Triumph reinforced that giant triple with a rugged bottom end, electronic fuel injection, liquid cooling, and a dependable shaft drive system that eliminates the constant attention a chain requires. Owners who stay on top of routine servicing regularly report well into the six-figure mileage range, proving that this motorcycle offers far more than raw muscle. Perhaps the biggest surprise is its value. Clean Rocket. 3 models often change hands for $6,500 to $9,000, while a brand new replacement can easily exceed $25,000. The Rocket 3 is almost absurd in the best possible way. It gives you massive displacement, effortless torques, and a level of engineering that seems impossible at its used market prices. Yet there is still one motorcycle left, because this countdown is not only about engine size, it is about finding that perfect intersection where enormous displacement, legendary durability, and unbelievable value all meet. And our final machine borrows its heart from one of the most indestructible touring motorcycles ever built, then wraps it in a package that today sells for shockingly little money. Number 1, Honda Valkyrie GL1300C. Topping this countdown is a motorcycle that perfectly captures everything this list is about. The Honda Valkyrie GL1300C was not built to chase trends, dominate spec sheets, or impress buyers with complicated electronics. It was built around one simple idea: take one of the most dependable engines Honda had ever created and place it inside a muscular cruiser designed to last for decades. The result is a motorcycle that many seasoned riders still consider one of the greatest bargains ever built. Nestled between its frame rails is a magnificent 1,520 cubic centimeter liquid cooled flat 6, borrowed directly from Honda's legendary Goldwing, producing roughly 100 horsepower and 95 pound-feet of torque. It delivers power with incredible smoothness and almost no vibration. Because this engine was never pushed anywhere near its limits, countless Valkyries have comfortably surpassed 200,000 miles, with some dedicated owners reporting far more. Honda paired that silky 6-cylinder with a dependable shaft drive system, creating a motorcycle that asks for remarkably little beyond routine maintenance. Without chains to adjust or complex electronics to diagnose, the Valkyrie has earned a reputation for simply starting, running, and refusing to quit year after year. Even more impressive is its value. Clean examples routinely sell between $4,000 and $8,000, while many modern heavyweight cruisers demand well over $20,000 before you even leave the dealership. And that wraps up our countdown. Click the next video to continue the road trip. Join our tribe by subscribing. And if you want to support our channel and have early access to our newest videos, become a member and do not forget to like this video.